us gather round, an adventure is always waiting. This storytelling is for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook and YouTube channels, and welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. Every Saturday morning, we are here with you. We have activities, opportunities, so many things that we share with our students, our young people, so that we can keep abreast with what's happening and so that they can become engaged and involved. This morning is no different. I am Zanella Claxton from the Department of Education. Alongside my co-host, DeAndre, we have a special almost third co-host in the studio with us this morning, a repeat guest, and we want to welcome, a heartfelt welcome to our guest this morning and allow her to introduce herself.
Good morning, everyone out there in Radioland. My name is Shalicia Glassford, and I'm honored to be the third guest here on the Youth on the Go program this morning.
All right, so of course, Shalicia is no stranger to Youth on the Go, and we'll talk to her a bit more about what's coming, what's happening with her, and what activity she's particularly here for this morning. But before we do that, just a few quick updates. This week was the first week of school, and I hope that all of our students had a wonderful week. I know that there seems to be a flu of sorts in the air, and so we want to encourage our children to continue to be cautious, be careful, wash your hands, do as much as you can. When you're coughing, please don't just cough into the air so that somebody else picks up the flu virus that you have, but please make sure that you're being careful and cautious. The Health Promotion Unit has put out, as well as the Chief Medical Officer, has put out several alerts and given some advice as to how we can ensure that we minimize the likelihood that we would get sick. And so children, I know that's many of you and even teachers have been getting sick this past week, and we know that we don't want it to continue. So as much as you can, do as much as you can to protect yourselves. We also have to be mindful that there have been cases of dengue fever in neighboring islands, and so we want to make sure that we are being on alert for that as well. So we want to encourage you to try to be as cautious as you possibly can. We didn't want to start the new term off with the flu being the biggest hurdle that we have to face, but we want to make sure that we get through this period and we're able to have healthy children, healthy teachers, and of course a healthy community. And so please be on the lookout for that. Also, during the course of this week, we will have several PTA meetings throughout the various schools, and so we are encouraging all parents to attend your various PTA meetings. We don't want you to miss out on important information that your principals will be sharing, and of course other visitors to the schools will be sharing. So please make sure that you attend your PTA meetings. We also know that this is sports term, and I know parents get very excited, like I said last week. They want to know when it's cross country, they want to know when it's relay, they want to know when everything is happening, and so we want to encourage you to go out and support and pay keen attention. And so we have those PTA meetings this week. You should have gotten your alerts and your notices on the dates for your respective schools as well. On Friday this week, the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School has their second annual Relay Festival. It started last year as an anniversary activity, and they're going to continue this year. And so representatives from the various primary schools on the island will participate in the Relay Festival. It takes place at the Nevis Athletic Stadium, starts at 1 o'clock on Friday, and it runs until 4 o'clock. The cost is $5, and we will see the Ivor Walters Primary School, St. Thomas's Primary School, Joyston Lyra Primary School, Violet O. Jeffers Nichols Primary School, St. James Primary School, Maud Cross Preparatory School, Charlestown Primary School, and of course host Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School. And the students will participate in 4x1, 4x150, 4x2, 4x4, and medley relays. And so it's of course not a competition.
Oh, it's not?
Not a competition, no. So all students receive medals. All students will be awarded just for
That's
participating. And so it's about building team spirit and kicking off the track and field season. And so that is something that the school started last year. And as I said, they want it to be an annual event. And so this is the second anniversary of the event. So please support. Last year we had a relatively good turnout, and we're looking for more persons turning out to support the staff and students at the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School on Friday. We also have coming up in short order the Giant Malt Relay Championship that takes place in St. Kitts. It's a high school championship, and it takes place on the 26th of this month. So please ensure that you're also supporting our high schoolers. So the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary has a primary school relay festival, and then federally we have a relay championship, which will take place on the 26th of Sunday, the 26th of January. It's sponsored by Giant Malt, and that will be at the Kim Collins Athletic Stadium. All right, and this coming week, we'll also see the VOJN Primary School will be celebrating, having their anniversary service at the New Testament Church of God Fountain, and that will happen this Sunday, that is in tomorrow. So please support the VOJN Primary. I know that they already had their PTA meeting, so their parents are aware of what's happening. So it's more for the more informational purposes for the general community if you want to go out to support. Also, please be sure to like the Ministry of Education's Facebook page. The information that I'm sharing here with you, sometimes it's a lot for you to record, it's a lot for you to note, but you like the page and you'll see what's going on, and you'll also see any activities that you want to participate in. You'll get more information as needs be. Additionally, I want to take this opportunity to say congratulations to Miss Talia Dorr. She's a recipient of one of the Ross University's scholarships. She was able to secure one of those, and she was among some other students federally who were able to secure that scholarship. Talia Dorr is a student at the Navy Sixth Farm College, and so I want to say congratulations to Talia and her entire family as well. Okay, so those were just a quick heads up. Those were some announcements as to what is happening in the Ministry of Education. Not exhaustive at all, because there's so many things happening, and so that is why it is very important that we added the Ministry of Education to our Facebook. We go on there periodically to see what's happening, and then we can follow up and support our students as needs be. I also want to draw your attention, the Department of Sports is hosting a swim camp called Swim to Win. Wow. So in the event that you have not heard about Swim to Win, the idea is that the Ministry of Sports is seeking to boost interest in swimming. And of course, it's important that all of our students know how to swim. We go back and forth on these water taxis relatively fast. We go very, very, very fast. Sometimes some persons are on there every week, or I feel like DeAndre, you're on the boat every day. And so usually we have just summer swimming programs happening, and it has expanded to a full year of swimming. And if you need more information about Swim to Win, please contact the Department of Sports that's upstairs Reliable Motors, and you'll be able to get the information on that particular program as well.
Amazing.
Yes, it is. And all of the persons who will be teaching the program will be certified individuals. They'll go through specific training. I think it starts on February 2nd. It will be the first day, so you have just a few weeks to sign up, and it starts from ages 6 and up. And it's a very good skill to learn,
Of course.
especially for children, because they're not as
Fearful, yes.
as some of us. I'm still dreaming of the day when I can learn to swim. Yes.
So you need to
And
sign up for this class.
I need to. In fact, the Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs has had several swimming programs for women. I just happen to be out every time
Oh, no.
they start, and then. But I think that the next round I will definitely get on board with that. But as I said, it's a very important skill with so many natural disasters, with so many alerts and fears and concerns, and as I said, traveling back and forth.
And just
It's
living on an island.
Just living on an island. It's enough of a skill that we need to be able to plan and to have our children work towards. And then, of course, you can think of the athletic element of it.
Of course.
We generally imagine the people in the islands should be the
The
highest
winners.
competitors in
Yeah,
the Olympic
they should be
swimming.
Michael Phelps
They
and
should-
Katie
yes,
Ledecky.
we
We should be those people.
We should be those people because we have the opportunity to we have an unlimited, a vast space on which we
Yes.
can swim and learn to swim. It's just a matter of learning how to pace yourself from back and forth. But that is not generally the case, and so it is something from the athletic perspective that you can even encourage your children to become engaged in, because there are so many untapped areas that we limit ourselves so much that we don't pursue those areas, and it causes us to not be able to grasp as many opportunities as we can. So whenever something pops up, parents, even when your children are not too sure about it, look at the bigger picture. How can this help my child here and now, living on an island? Or how can it possibly be something that we can expand and grow further with in the future? And so that is important, and I encourage all of you to sign your children up. And it's called once again, Swim to Win. Application forms are available at the Department of Sports upstairs, the Reliable Motors Miniplex. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have a nice little conversation with Ms. Glassford here and find out exactly why she's here.
From Queen City, Nevis, this is the powerhouse of the Eastern Caribbean, Vaughn Radio.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. An hour passes quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. This storytelling is for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, let's go.
Let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Vaughn Radio's Facebook and YouTube channels, and welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Vaughn Radio. Every Saturday morning, we're here with you from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. to bring you all things which are associated with our students, our young people, so that they can embrace and take advantage of as many opportunities as possible. I am Zanella Claxton from the Department of Education, alongside my co-host, DeAndre, and we have with us this morning.
Shalicia, that's right.
All right, so in the spirit of taking advantage of opportunities, I must say that before we proceed, the cost for the Swim to Win is 100 EC per month. And so, as I said, you get all the information that you need. Just contact the Department of Sports. But in the spirit of embracing opportunities and setting targets and setting goals, we have, I think I'm going to call her our local goal setter, goal set facilitator, because when she comes, we often end up talking about goals. But we've had Shelly say in the studio before, and this morning she's going to tell us a bit about why she's here, and of course provide us some very rich information as per usual. Over to you, Shelly.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again, Zanella, for having me here. It's always a pleasure being in the studios of One Radio. And so I'm here today because I wanted to talk about my upcoming Vision Board Party. For most persons who would have been following since 1 year ago or over a year ago, they would have already had an idea of what a Vision Board Party is. We were able to host 2 successful events last year, one in January at the Park Heights St. Kitts and one in June at the Occasions right here on Nevis. And this year we're going to go back over to St. Kitts and we're going to be having the 2020 Vision Board Party at the Ocean Terrace Inn. That's going to be in 2 weeks from now on the 25th of January. And again, we're going to be having 2 sessions, one for teenagers or persons under the age of 17 and also for adults, because at any point in time in your life, you should be encouraged to dream and to not just dream, but to dream big and to pursue those goals as well. So I'm very much looking forward to that upcoming event. I know my team is also very excited about hosting this event once again here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis.
All right, so let me see how good my memory is. Last January, I'm going by memory.
Okay.
I'm trying, okay? So last January, you were at Hyatt, like you said, Park Hyatt, and so it's a 1 year anniversary. You're like the Elizabeth Pimenton Primary School. You're second, you're making annual, it's the second anniversary. But you were Jan sighted. Right?
Yeah, amazing.
Yes. Then you came back and you were at the Occasions here on Nevis, and it was June, and you were June enthused.
June enthused. Yes.
But I used to say, what was I saying? I said something else. I think you should coin it when I remember for this year. And so this year
is
we're back at January.
Yes.
And
It is jump into January.
We're jumping into January.
Yes, we're jumping into January. Because when you think of jumping, what do you think about? You think of excitement, you think of passion, you think of just wanting to go all out. And that's really what we want people to do when they come to these events or just in your lives in general. Don't limit yourself. Just jump into the opportunity, just jump into the excitement, just jump into wanting to dream big.
All right. And so in the spirit of jumping, you think of activity. And we're not thinking about, resolutions and setting the resolutions and all that. We had that talk last week.
Yeah.
But when you think of jumping, a lot of us have so many factors that cause us to
not to jump. Yes.
So sometimes it's fear. Sometimes it's the burden of many other activities that you're involved in, or, you have obligations that cause you to not be as inclined to jump or not to jump as high. For those persons who might think, oh, I have goals, I have things that I, might want to do, but jump, I can barely crawl. What would you say to them, especially to encourage them to be a part of this event?
Absolutely. At the end of the day, I believe that we're always going to more so regret the things that we did not do than the things that we did. Yes, it's going to be a fearful situation. I've spoken about when I was traveling to go abroad to school, I would have never been to Europe. I would have never been to Switzerland. But one of the deciding factors for me at that point was thinking about when I'm 60, when I'm 75, what am I going to think about? Will I regret that decision to not have jumped at that opportunity? And that was really a key moment for me to think about if I'm going to have a life filled with regret. And I think it's important for us to realize that we only have one life to live, and we have to maximize the opportunities that come our way. And just be YOLO. You only live once, so just do it. And what's the worst that can happen? If you go, you didn't like it, okay, you had the experience. So when you think about doing something, think about, what if I don't do it? What's going to happen? How would I feel 10 years from now if I don't gravitate to that opportunity?
So YOLO.
YOLO.
YOLO and jumping. I think that getting that activity, because and some of us, it's the burden of we tried before, but we didn't succeed. I tried to jump and all these things held me down. So why should I jump into January? Why should I jump into 2020? You know, because all of these things have held me down in the past. And I think one of the things that we talked about on the show last week was that sometimes you set a goal that is big, but you don't set this
small steps to get to the goal. Yes.
And so I think that's one of the areas that we spoke extensively about last week, ensuring that in setting your goals that you set the big
Action
goal,
plans,
but
yes.
you have an action plan.
Yes.
How are you going to get there? What are the small things that you can do to ensure, and the benchmarks you can have to ensure that you're getting there, and being realistic as well.
Yes.
And I think those are some of the things that come out in the vision board party.
Oh,
as well.
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we have one of the speakers, the third speaker, usually speaks about the challenges that one experiences with a vision, because we always want to remind persons that the vision board is not a magic board. I keep saying that because I think sometimes we believe because we have a pretty picture and we have all the things that we want to accomplish on that pretty board, then it's just going to magically happen. But you have to work at it, and in working at it, you're going to be faced with obstacles. In planning for this event, I am facing, different obstacles here and there, but it's about staying focused and trying to navigate through those obstacles as well. And the third speaker will definitely bring it home and remind persons that yes, things are going to happen. These are persons that would have experienced certain challenges in their lives, and they're going to share their stories and to share different steps that persons can take in order to accomplish the goals regardless of the challenges that they face as well.
Okay, so for those persons who have never heard about the vision board party, I know you would have given an overview at the beginning of the show, but perhaps we can go through a bit about how it is formatted, because some might think, oh, you're just going to come and stick pictures on a
Oh,
board.
no.
So kind of take us through what the format looks like and what are some of the components that make up a vision board party.
Absolutely. So first of all, for persons out there who are not even sure what a vision board is, a vision board is basically a collage of all your goals, dreams, aspirations, the things you want to accomplish in life. It doesn't have to be a huge board. It could literally be this folder, and you decide that you're going to place on this folder the things that you want to accomplish. So, for example, Zanella might want to be Katie Ledecky. She wants to go into swimming. So this year she's going to place swimming on her vision board. Whatever it is, it's completely personalized. It's up to you. It's your goals. It's your life. So that's what a vision board is in itself. A vision board party now, I refer to it as a fun, inspirational, motivational event that allows persons to come together to create their vision boards. So at the party, you're going to have various types of amenities. There is food and beverages. There is a photo booth as well, because you want to be able to capture those memories, and you're taking pictures, posing with those strong, inspirational words as well, so that when you look at those, you remember the feeling that you got when you took those pictures. So you have a photo booth. There's a welcome desk. I have a vision team, so there are persons there supporting you, so you're not just there stressed out and wanting to have to take forever to find one picture. We have persons there that are assisting you. So in terms of the actual format of the event, there's an introduction, of course. You welcome everybody. Usually we have a little dance party for a few minutes just to shake people up, get them in the mood, get them excited, get the energy pumping as well inside of the room. And then after that, we have a prayer as well, and then we go straight into presentation number 1. So there are 3 presentations. All of the presentations are maximum 15 minutes. We don't want to have any long, drawn-out presentations. Also, the speakers do not have podiums, and that is very intentional because we don't want it to be a super, super formal event. We want the speakers to be able to be very engaging, very interactive, going down there, really walking around the room and making sure everybody is tuned in and engaged. So we have speaker number 1, and speaker number 1 talks about the purpose of a vision board. Again, people hear things, but people don't really understand things. So we want to make sure before we even get into creating the vision board, you know exactly what it is. Why is it important? What are the benefits of the vision board? So there's that presentation. And then the second presentation speaks on the theme of the event. And last year, our theme was Dream big, set goals, take action. So this is a new year, a new decade. So we have a new theme, which is think, believe, create, and achieve.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
So these are very short, like very simple words, but very, very impactful and very, very meaningful as well. So we're going to have a speaker that just talks about the theme. And then after that, we are going to have an inspiration break, which you're going to be able to get just rejuvenated and get something to eat, get something to drink, mingle a little bit, maybe take some more pictures, network as well, because it's also a form of a networking event. Then soon after you do that, I'm going to come back up and we're going to talk about what we're going to be doing next, which is actually creating the vision board. And we're going to explain the process in the next like 2 to 3 minutes. And then after that, you have about an hour and a half to actually create your vision boards. You're going to take your foam boards. You get to choose which colors you want. You have all the magazines there, all the different motivational cutouts that you can place on your board, markers, glitter dust, everything that you need in order to be as creative as possible. And then, as I said, we have our team that's walking around the room, sitting down with people, helping them to understand. You know, sometimes people have an idea, but they don't know how to actually put it onto a board. So that's why we have a very supportive team that's there to help them look for the things that they need and help them to bring that idea alive. And then soon after that, we're going to ask a few brave persons to just get up and share their vision boards with us, because we want to make sure that people are not just there staying in a little corner, but we're helping people to build their confidence. We're helping people to articulate their goals, their dreams, their ambitions. And I find that the moment you stand up and you say to people, this is what I'm going to do, you have to do it. You can't stand up in front of everybody and say, I'm going to do this, and then decide tomorrow you're not going to do it, because now they're going to keep you accountable. So it's that as well, you know, in terms of making sure that people feel like more confident about their goals. And then after that, we're going to have one last presentation, which is the challenge with the vision. Then soon after that, we're going to have some raffles. We'll give away some prizes, some very exciting prizes, actually. Sometimes I wish that I was a participant so I can win these prizes. And then
Like DeAndre. Every week in the
yes. Yeah, we have quite a number of sponsors already, and these persons really help in making sure the prizes are of great quality. And then after that, we have our vision toast, where we have some nice apple ciders, probably sponsored by Ram. So I'm very grateful for that as well. And that's it. You know, that's it in a nutshell. Afterwards, people just interact with each other, keep on taking pictures, and then it's time to break down, clean up, and get ready for session number 2, since we do have 2 sessions in one day.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And your team, I must applaud your team, because it does take a considerable amount of effort to have 2 events in one day, especially when you have to switch out and transition and clean up to start as though nothing ever happened in the first place. So
It's crazy.
yeah, I know, but it's high energy crazy, and it's something.
Yeah.
That, one of the important things that you said a few minutes ago, though, takes us back once again to the discussion we had last week in terms of ensuring that you attain or you achieve your goals, and that is an accountability system.
Yes.
Making sure that you find trusted people who you can share your vision with, or you can share your goals with, so that they can also help you to achieve them. I know that with sharing, like you said, there will be people of like mind in the room, because if we're all in this room, we all have an intention of pursuing or ensuring that we achieve whatever goals we set. And so having like-minded people in the room who are also accountable, help you hold you accountable, I think that is a very important component.
Of course.
How do you go about selecting your speakers?
My speakers. So I'm very particular when it comes to speakers, because, as I said, I'm a very naturally very exciting person, and so persons also have to have a similar level of energy. I know everybody's not going to be super extra. Shalicia, I get that a lot from my friends, but I do believe that the person speaking, they have to bring a certain level of just high energy and high spirit to the room, because it's an exciting motivational event. It's nothing close to being formal, so it's not just standing there and, you know, being again behind a podium. So those persons, depending on which topic they're speaking on as well, for example, the third speaker needs to have had some form of experiences. You know, something should have happened to them, so that when they're standing up there, they can explain to people, even though these things happened to me, I am still here. So for the first event last year, we had Kamara Lee. Kamara Lee works at the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, and she would have dealt with breast cancer. And she shared her story, and it was so impactful. And persons left feeling like, if she can go through that and she's still here, then I can do anything, you know. In the one in Nevis, we had Tamicia Lestrade sharing her experiences, and I felt like the same type of energy as well. People feel like, wow, and Tamicia is still so positive. She's still going out there. She's still helping and supporting other people. She's still remaining faithful and confident. That gives people the reassurance that, hey, if she can do it and still be this person, then I can do it too. So I think it depends on the type of experiences that you've faced, then you'll be selected based on that. Of course, there are so many persons out there that can be selected. Unfortunately, we can only choose a selected amount of persons, but hopefully they're going to be more in the future. And so we always want to rotate the speakers as well. We don't want for them to be the same set of speakers, because we do have persons that are coming back that would have been there before. So today I saw a registration from a young lady, and she was there last day in January, and she's also bringing her mom this year. So you have a lot of repeat participants, and so you just want to make sure that variety is there as well.
All right. So we're going to take a short break, but we're not done yet. We have so much more to share as it relates to the Jump into January Vision Board Party, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Absolutely.
When VON vibrates, the whole Caribbean must shake.
860 AM, the Powerhouse.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now it passes quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. There's storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, let's go.
Let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Vaughn Radio's Facebook and YouTube channels, and welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Vaughn Radio. Every Saturday morning we are here with you, and we have so much to share with you each Saturday, and this Saturday is no different. I am Zanella Claxton from the Department of Education, alongside my co-host
DeAndre Daniel.
And DeAndre, we have with us
Shalicia Glassford.
and Shalisa has been telling us about Jump into January. And so we are, even though it's not Jan excited, we're excited about
We're excited to
jumping.
jump. Yes.
Yeah, and I'm never excited to jump.
Really?
So,
Have you never been to a
like
bouncing
physically
castle?
jump. Oh no, I have never been into a bouncing
Really?
castle.
Even
No.
when you were a child?
I don't know that there were bouncing castles around.
No!
There
Really?
were no bouncing castles.
Oh, you need to.
By the time the bouncing castle became popular,
You were too old to jump.
Yeah. Or maybe not. Maybe I was just too scared to
Oh,
jump
wow.
in a bouncing castle.
You have
thinking that-
deprived yourself, Zanella. That's why you have to jump.
Trampoline, I'm petrified of jumping off a trampoline. But I when it comes to taking risks and trying something new, I'm never afraid to jump. But I'm like, you try it. If
it works, it works.
If it
Doesn't,
doesn't, you
tried it.
readjust.
Yep.
And you see how we can fix it in the future. So, but that is probably the mindset that we want, and I think that was like you explained before, thought behind coining the theme for this round. You have to think about just going out there and trying it. It's a first step thing. If you don't ever take the first step, the first jump, the first leap, or the leap of faith, as some would say, then you will not get anywhere with it. And so, I am sorry that I can't identify with jumping in a bounce castle, but I can identify with the importance of making a start.
Yes.
Making a start with some enthusiasm.
Of
Because if you go
course.
into it with doubt, Melissa, that's what happened to us last year. Yeah, we were like, oh, I don't know how long this is gonna last. We were talking about our resolutions and being consistent with your water intake and eating
Yeah.
well, and that last week. And so, but sometimes you have to go in. With
You have to go into
enthusiasm.
excited and
Yes.
enthusiastic, of
If
course.
you're not enthusiastic, you end up. It
And you
fades
lose
off really
interest,
fast.
yes.
Yes. And
But
so
you have to have persons that, you know, when you're starting a journey, that they're also excited and they're also enthusiastic. So, like, for example, persons on my vision team, they have to see the vision as well. They have to also believe in the concept, or why are you here? You know what I mean? Like, why are you here? You have to, I mean, everyone on my team is not as crazily excited as I am, but they do see the vision, they do have the passion, and that's why they're on the team, because they see it. So you have to also make sure that when you're going along different types of journeys, that the people next to you are not saying, why are you doing this? This is a drag. This doesn't make any sense. They're going to drain your energy, and then you're not going to want to jump.
And I think that happens not only in your vision, but I think it even happens your everyday
In life,
at work.
yeah.
When you're trying, you're trudging ahead, and
Yes.
everyone is like,
What are you
"What are you
doing?
doing?" Yeah. Or you want to go out, like you said, on whatever pursuit, and there are people around you saying, "What are you doing?" And sometimes, though, you can make it in spite of the noise.
Yeah.
But when it comes to your personal vision, when you get to pick your team on the job, you don't always get to pick.
Yeah, that is
who's there
true.
to say. But when you get to pick your team on a personal vision, you're correct. Make sure that you have those people who, even if they don't quite have that, the personality doesn't match in terms of they won't be, boisterous and all
Variety
around
is a
and
spice of
variety
life,
is
so
a
it's
spice
good.
of life, but they are supporting and cheering
Yes.
you on in their own way.
Of course.
And making sure that you make it. And when you stop, they'll like, that's not part of the vision.
Exactly.
That's not part
Yeah,
of it.
and they hold you accountable.
Yes.
So like the other day I was like, oh my goodness, when are people going to register? I know our society, we wait last minute all of the times, but I have persons on my team like, don't worry about it. Like, remember last year they were taking long and then it was sold out. Like yesterday I was on Dominion Radio and I was feeling just a little bit nervous before, and one of the persons on my team was like, how many times have you been on the radio again?
Yes.
Like, meaning like, why are you scared? Why are you
Yes,
nervous? You've
yes.
done this before, you can do it again. So in general in life, we just have to always make sure we surround ourselves with persons that inspire us, that motivate us, and that in those moments when we don't feel like we can do it, they see the value that you don't see in yourself, and they see the potential that you don't see in yourself as well.
Because an important part of pursuing a vision, a dream, anything, is understanding that at some points you will have periods of doubt or second guessing, because the human side of you,
Kicks
after
in,
you've
yeah.
jumped and you're halfway in the
You're
air,
like,
was
"What?"
I supposed to keep up in the air? You
Yeah.
want the people who remind, they were there to remind you that of the reason you jumped in the first place. And so yes, those people are very important.
Yeah.
But there will be periods when you start getting nervous. Being nervous is a part of life. I told people, I don't know of any time that I've had to make a speech and not be nervous, even if it's a little bit at the start. But anytime I have to speak, I'm nervous, and it's something I do just about
All
every
the
day.
time, yeah.
but those nerves creep in. I know that a lot of persons are performers, and just before the performance, naturally, they'll have certain reservations and wonder, but by the time they get into it, they're fine. And so that point is to say that will be times when you become a bit apprehensive or nervous, but like we said, keeping your eyes set on your goal, and
Eyes on the
keeping
prize.
and keeping those persons around you is
Yeah.
very important. It's very important. So I love that. I love the fact that you have the hype session at the beginning.
Oh yeah,
to
for
kind of
sure.
build the energy in
Especially
them.
in the morning for the younger session. I know it's a Saturday. These are children that go to school and they're so looking forward to that one day that they don't need to wake up a little bit early, and then they have to wake up early to come to the session. So it's like we have to make sure that they feel like it's worth it. So DeAndre's laughing. He's probably one of those persons who might feel the same.
DeAndre is very slow in waking up.
Oh really? Yeah, so-
DeAndre in the morning and DeAndre in the afternoon.
Two different DeAndres.
Two different people.
Yeah, so that's important for the session. Even in the afternoon for the adults, persons on a Saturday, they usually have chores that they do. They usually do shopping. So for them to leave everything and then come here, we need to make sure that the energy level is just really, really great in the room. As we were talking about on the break, energy is contagious. So if you're in there and I'm over here so excited about my goals, and then you're over there like, why am I here? Then you're going to make me, I'm going to catch it. And then that's not fair. Like, I'm paying to be here. Like, that's not fair to me. So it's also important that everybody in the room, at least most persons in the room, has a certain amount of energy as well.
All right. So, and like you said, it's contagious. And
Yeah.
sometimes, because remember we spoke about those persons who have different personalities as well. And so some people are not naturally the high energy people. And so some of the participants and some people out there might be like, oh, this lady on the radio, she sounds so high energy. I can't keep up with all of that. But that is okay, because it's not about the being talkative, but it's about just investing in your dreams. So if you feel that you're reserved, maybe you need someone to help you bring it out.
Maybe you need that push.
You need that push.
Yeah.
And the push, sometimes to jump, you need the push.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
The vision board party, I think, is a great thrust. It's
Yes.
a good push to help others to become focused, and also to make sure that you are pursuing it with some level of passion.
Absolutely.
And pursuing something you actually care about.
Exactly. And that's why it's your board. Like I said to people, it's your board. You can put literally anything on it. You can be as creative. Yesterday I was at a school in St. Kitts and I was explaining to the counseling unit about the vision board, and I showed them a few photos, and they realized that some person's board is just text. There are no pictures. And that's fine. I mean, my board is going to have pictures with some text as well, but some people, it doesn't have to be that way, because it's your life, it's your board. You should personalize it how you want it. So it's completely up to you.
Yes, and I totally agree. And that's also so the persons out there who are thinking, I'm not creative, I'm not good at the arts, I can't draw. You talked about glitter. I don't like glitter. But some, even if it's just text, as you said, or if they have to use text messaging, lingo, I don't think that there are any limits to what you can.
No limits at all.
So, but the important thing is, in all of this, is that you ensure that you set your goals.
Yes,
you think
exactly.
it through, of course, and you think about how you can get there, and it's allowing you a safe space where you can just stop for a moment, for a morning, and figure out what is most important for me to achieve in 2020.
And in your life and in this
your
decade.
life. Yes. And so I think that moment of stopping, especially those who are busy, you stop for a minute and think, what is most important for me? And this gives you an opportunity, non-threatening opportunity, to get some of those things that you've been thinking of. And sometimes you've been thinking about things for a while.
Yes.
I want to start a business. Okay. And 5 years down, I want to start a business. And
It's a wish.
10
It's
years
not a
down,
plan.
I want to start a business.
Yep.
And so you keep there, but nothing is done towards ensuring that you have a plan, and then of course executing it. So this is an opportunity for all of us. So let's go through some of the details of the vision board party. First of all, the venue and the 2 times for the 2 sessions. Once again, for those who missed it at the beginning, we'll give that bit of information, and then we'll talk a bit about sponsors and all that after.
Absolutely. So there are 2 sessions. One is going to be in the morning from 10 until 2 o'clock, the latest. And then the other session is for adults in the afternoon from 4 until 8 o'clock. We do encourage persons to arrive at least 30 minutes before for a few obvious reasons. We want to make sure that we do begin on time. We have a trend here in our society that things, if you tell people that it starts at 10, they think it starts at 10:30. If you come at 10:30, you'll miss the first presentation for sure, and you'll miss the dance party at the beginning, and you're going to really miss out the initial aspects of the event, and you don't want to miss that. That really sets the tone for the rest of the event as well. Apart from that, these are persons that are all volunteers, so we want to make sure we're respecting the time of each speaker. We don't want to be there waiting, and so we want to make sure that we start on time, we finish on time, especially in the morning session, because we do have a very tight window where we have to reset the room again for the afternoon session. So in the morning, it's going to be from 10 to 2. You should arrive at 9:30. This is going to be for ages 12 to 17. If there is an 11-year-old, that's super passionate and really really want to do this, we're going to welcome them as well, because I don't want those persons to feel like, because my birthday has not yet come, I can't do this, because that's not fair. Maybe this person is the next prime minister in the making, and we're now not allowing that person to think, believe, create, achieve because of their age range, right? So we just want to make sure that's clear as well. And then in the afternoon, as I said, adults 18 and above, if you can arrive by 3:30, it's going to be at the Ocean Terrace Inn in St. Kitts. It's very easy to find, but we're going to have someone in town as well, just for persons who may be coming from Nevis. We usually have somebody at the pier just to welcome that person and to make sure that they do get to the venue on time and no one gets lost.
Okay, so if there's someone coming from Nevis, should they make contact with you to let you know that they'll be coming and on which ferry, or would you just be there hoping to capture anybody who comes? Is there how do they go about ensuring that they might need transportation, for example, to OTI?
Absolutely. So when someone registers, there's a part that tells us where that person is from. So what's your location? What's your address? Usually the day before, a few days before, we send out a mass email to all the participants to let them know, just to remind them that, because some persons might have registered weeks before, so just to remind them that, hey, it's going to be at this place at this time, this is how you can get there, and then we'll let them know we'll have somebody at a particular place at a particular time. Usually if persons need any other form of arrangements, they'll reach out.
Yes.
They'll send a WhatsApp, they'll call, they'll say, my child is coming this time, please make sure, etc., etc. So and it's OTA, it's right there, so we definitely will be able to have somebody go back and forth as well, so persons don't necessarily have to take a bus if they're coming from Nevis, because we're going to have that set up. But I mean, even if they decide to take a bus, it's literally not even a 2-minute bus ride, and we'll have someone there to escort them to the venue as well.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll take a very short break. When we come back, we'll get some more information, and of course, encourage all of you to sign up for the 2020 Vision Board Party Jump into January.
Yay!
It's time, come on, rise and shine. I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past this quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. This storytelling is for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook and YouTube channels, and welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. We are here with you every Saturday morning, and of course, this Saturday is no different. I am Zanella Claxton from the Department of Education, alongside my co-host, and DeAndre. We are jumping into January with our guest this morning,
Shalicia Glassford.
All right, and so we've been talking about the upcoming Vision Board Party, and I think there's some very important details that we want to share. So they already know how to get there; they know where to go. We have the cost. Some people might be thinking, well, what's the cost, and how do you go about paying?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So as I said, there are 2 sessions, one for persons under the age of 18 and one for 18 and above. The one for persons under the age of 18 is only $80. This covers everything. So you're basically just showing up with a positive mindset and being excited and ready to jump, and everything is included: food, beverages, magazines, all the materials that you need to create your vision board. And then for adults, it's only at the cost of $100 EC as well. You can pay via cash, via a check. We can send you the registration form and you can fill it out. I can physically give you the form, or to make it super duper easy, you can just register utilizing the JAD app or going onto the JAD website. The link for that is https://jad.cash/vision board party, and we can always send you the link, or you can find it on any one of my social media platforms. So you can it's just a click away from registering and from jumping into your dreams.
Okay, wonderful. And then, of course, you have sponsors.
Yes.
And so tell us a bit about that, and then we'll have hopefully some giveaways. So if you have been listening all morning, maybe get your phones ready, because we're going to give some prizes away in a few.
Yes, absolutely. So we've had quite a number of persons that have just been super, super supportive. One of the sponsors I just really want to highlight is Ram Supermarket. Last year when we went to them at first, it wasn't even a long conversation to convince Mr. Weston that this is an idea worth being a part of. He immediately came on board. He immediately offered other forms of assistance with other companies as well. And for the second event, the same thing. For this one, reached out to him within moments. He was like, yes, absolutely. Let me know when you can collect it. You know, and I think that just shows to other persons that, hey, if someone of this caliber, of this company realizes the value in this, it's definitely something worth investing in. So we have Ram Supermarket on board as a sponsor. We also have Carambola Beach Club in St. Kitts as a sponsor as well. I don't really want to say what they're sponsoring, because I want, to keep some level of we just don't want to give everything away right now. So we have them. We have a young lady called Shadeen Richards as well. We have Sakoda's Spa, that's also a sponsor. We have Silent Media, which is a photographer here on Nevis as well. He's an upcoming photographer that was there at the second one, last year, and want to come back as well. So we have a number of persons that are already committing to the goal, committing to the vision, and we're definitely encouraging other persons to come on board. Ocean Terrace, and they're going to be giving away a few different things here and there as well. And then we have a lot of other persons that have expressed interest and just waiting for further confirmation. We also have like different entities. Yesterday I was at Digicel yesterday, and the manager, she was so excited about it and really wanting to share it with her team and possibly send a few persons at the expense of the company to go to it. So these are other persons that, we value any form of contribution. It doesn't have to be monetary. It could be you just wanting to sponsor some pens, for example. That's one less thing that, we as a team would have to purchase. So any form of sponsorship is definitely appreciated. I appreciate the opportunity to be here on Von Radio. I look at that as a form of sponsorship as well, in order to get the word out there, Dominion Radio as well. So there's a lot of different types of entities, church groups, other businesses that really support support what we're doing, and just going ahead and sharing the word.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And so we have some questions.
Yeah.
469-1616, 469-1700. We're going to have our first question, and if you call in, what can we win?
Absolutely. So we're going to be giving away 2 passes to the Vision Board Party, but it's going to be for the younger session. Since we're on Youth on the Go program, we want to make sure that we are targeting the younger community. So you have to be 17 years and under. So the first question is going to be, if you can tell me at least 2 of the speakers. So we've had 4 sessions in total. We always had 2 sessions for the younger people. So I want you to tell me one of the speakers from the younger session in January and one of the speakers from the younger session in June last year, and you'll win yourself a complimentary pass to the next Vision Board Party.
Nice. Numbers to call, 469-1616, 469-1700. Can you tell us one speaker from the Jan-cited event in January from the younger group? And can you tell us one of the speakers from the June enthused session in June here on Nevis for the younger group as well? If you can do that, that will allow you to get free access, free entry into the Jump into January Vision Board Party event, which will take place at OTI in just a few weeks.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Wow.
And so we will encourage you all to call in. I know somebody out there knows, and if you've been listening and if you've been following, you know who. Give us one speaker from the January event, one speaker from the June event, and that will get you free access.
From the younger session, from the
session.
teen session, yes.
And we only have 4 minutes. We have 4 minutes, so you have, we have 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
So you have to call really quickly. All right? We want to know one speaker from the children's session of the June event, one speaker from last year's January event from the children's section of the Vision Board Party, and that should get you access to the upcoming Vision Board Party.
Absolutely. And then the final question is it's super, super easy. If you can tell me the theme for last year and the theme for this year, you'll also be able to win a complimentary pass to the event. Again, you have to be 17 and under. The pass has to be for someone. So even if it's an older person who wants to call, they can gift it to somebody else. I just want to also say that we're also doing gift certificates. So if you yourself, you're unable to go, but you see somebody out there who you think this can benefit, you can gift them the prize of attending the Vision Board party as well.
Very, very, very nice.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Could someone in the studio answer like that question?
Not DeAndre.
All right, so listeners, DeAndre was trying to answer. So, okay, we have a call on the line.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, I would like to answer the question with respect to the speakers. So,
Of course. Go straight ahead. May we have your name?
my name is Chris Liebert.
Hello, Chris Liebert. Thank you so much for calling in.
You're most welcome.
Okay. And what are the answers?
So for the January event, one of the speakers for the younger session was Sonia Body, and for the event in June, one of the speakers was Shariska Brown.
That is absolutely correct. So thank you so much, Chris Liebert, for calling in. Congratulations. I don't believe you're under the age of 18, but as you know, that you can certainly gift that to someone that's under the age of 18.
That sounds good.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, that's it. So we're going to have to hold the next pass until next week.
Yeah,
but
for
that's
sure.
okay. We'll have it ready for you next week. We might have to change the question, but next week we'll come back to you. And have a wonderful week to all of our listeners. Make sure that you follow the Vision Board Party, and we'll come back to you next Saturday. Have a
Yes.
wonderful week.
Thank you. Bye.
With all the power from the top.